lazy exercises. So first and foremost, you want to pre-workouts is a common thing that most people do just to get into the swing of things, get into the habit of working out. Because sometimes you get lazy, right? Lazy exercises, right? Pun intended. Get lazy. So then, they don't want to. So then, because of that, you won't do your normal workout because, like, especially if it's a high impact workout, you don't want to do it because it's work, right? That's why we call it workout. So some people don't even want to go to work. Some people just want to stay home and sleep, right? But you got to go to work, right? If you want the benefits, you got to go work. Just like if you want the gains, you got to work. But for those situations where you don't feel like, doing work, right? A real workout, that's what the lazy exercises stuff comes in. But the point is we want to use the exercise bike, right? So there's bike. We want to use an exercise bike as our pre-workout before we lift weights and stuff like that. So that's the kind of stuff we're gonna be doing. This is what I have access to, which is nice. Gotta use what you can. Definitely want to use a lot of these equipment later on in my journey, as they say. But I'm mainly focusing on, here's a treadmill. There's some ellipticals. Looks like there's somebody over there that wants to go one-on-one. You don't want none of this. So obviously I'm setting up the bench over there. Using light weights because I want to do more reps. Just so I can get my heart rate up more than, so let's go to over there. So so the plan is I'm going to get on the bike. All right. Then I'm going to get onto the bench. See, I could zoom out a bit. No, that's zooming in. Okay, regardless. You get the idea. You see enough of the bench. Go to the bench, and obviously bench, but bench less than I normally would. Because normally I bench for strength. So I bench max. I max out on my bench, obviously. But right now I'm just using a lot less weight, because I'm trying to get more reps. Because the idea is to get my heart pumping, right, my lungs pumping, so I can exhale. Because the way you lose fat, well, other than burning calories, right, is increasing your heart rate. I said it wrong. Well, yeah, obviously increase your heart rate, but what I meant to say was is exhaling. Every time you breathe out, you're losing weight. So now knowing's half the battle, right? So if you're trying to lose weight, keep that in mind. Every time you breathe out, you exhale, you are losing weight. So if you have a habit of like breathing very slowly, you don't breathe a lot, you don't run, walk fast, you don't do a lot of physical activity that causes you to breathe heavily, well, you're not burning any fat, right? You're not losing any weight. So of course we have some light weights here. We got some small weights over there. We can use dumbbell exercises that we can take advantage of. So like I said, we're going to go from the bike. I'm going to go to the bench and do my routine. Definitely want to check out this. This is more like a tour per se, because there's some cool new stuff that I definitely want to try out. I definitely want to just give them a little bit of my kung fu style. And then there's the other one. Basically, it's like a wobbling punching bag. That's more of a humanoid, so that way you can know, you got to the bang, get the rib shot, right? Hit him straight with the knuckles, right? Straight to the knuckles to the sternum. Pow! So you get the idea. And there's a lot of other stuff I could use. Eventually, since I'm trying to get my stomach smaller, I'm trying to get in a better shape, because most of what makes me really look fat is mostly my midsection. Might as well show. See, zoom in closer. Pew! Once you focus on the body, right? Stomach area is where a lot of the wideness comes from. So the idea is to obviously be more V-shape. So I'm focusing on more of my aesthetics, and then work on toning and sculpting and all that good stuff. So here's a sit-up thing that I can use. Obviously, if you want to get into the treadmill thing, start running in on that. Start off walking, right? Lazy, just start walking, and then do incline, and then eventually running. Will be other stuff that I want to do in here. Ellipticals, it could be something I can do just to spice things up, just to change it up a bit. Obviously, most of you don't have access to a lot of this stuff, so the best you got would be like dumbbells, jogging, running in place, jumping jacks, maybe an exercise bike. Like at home, I got an exercise bike and I got some dumbbells, and I plan to get some adjustable dumbbells so that way I can, have almost what this rack is. So I have, the ability to do dumbbell exercises at least. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm looking for doing, so that way in my home office I can work out, but then when I'm here at work, I can work out. Ironically, I only have access to this gym 2 times a week. I used to have access to it 5 times a week. I used to come in here every day, but now I only have access to 2 times a week because I got promoted, so I'm a boss. So it sucks because I don't want to be in charge. Under somebody else's rule, as they say, right? I prefer to be my own boss on the businesses that I have. But yeah, lucky me, got access to some good stuff. That's the thing, try to find what you can use, what you got access to. Ironically, even a playground, preferably not one filled with kids, right? But a playground, ideally empty, where they have like monkey bars, swings and stuff like that. Things of that nature, where you could try to do some type of workout routine. Maybe they have a track that you could run around in circles, right? So try to make the most. Obviously, YouTube has tons of information like that. But like I said, first and foremost, we want to start with the bike. We want to start with the exercise bike just to get our heart rate up, and then move over to the weights so we can, obviously get some reps in. But I want to get my heart rate up first, which will be like a pre-workout. So that way my fat burning, engine is running. So that way every time I exhale, I'm exhaling a whole bunch of, fat, right? Burning a whole lot of calories. And then obviously, turn the fat into muscles, the good stuff. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, obviously, like I said, working on my stomach. So, I like to use the bench to do crunches. So I use it to make it easy to do crunches, because I just gotta lift the bar above my chest and then just start doing crunches, lifting my chest up while holding the bar above, straight up above me. And that way I have a way of adding lots of weight to my crunch routine. So, and then because, since I'm lying down on the bench, right, then I can do leg kicks. So I can do leg kicks that helps me hit the lower abdomen, or leg raises, leg kicks, leg raises. Am I saying right? Leg raises, do a whole bunch of leg raises. And then you want to do more than one set. So you don't want to just do one set, and that's it. You want to do like 2 to 3 sets, right? At first, to get into working out, you want to start off with one set, right? But then once you get comfortable of 1 week of doing one set, then you might want to jump up to doing 2 sets the next week, right? And then eventually, gradually add weights, about 5 pounds at a time, to your routine. So if you do 40 pound dumbbell curls this week, the next week you should do 45, right? So this whole week is just 40 pounds. Next week, 45. The week after that, 50, 55. And that's how you progress up to the weights. So that's what I do. So I'm up to at least 60 pounds close to 65 on dumbbell for like dumbbell curls and shoulder raises. Where am I at? 75 for tricep raises or something like that, and what else? Over 160 pounds for bench press. I don't know how much the bar weighs. It has some weight, so I don't know how much it weighs. So it's 600. So it's 160 on top of the bar. So if, let's say the bar is 40 pounds, then it's 200 pounds that I roughly bench, right? At max, as it were. For now, obviously, I can improve on that if I, keep working at it. But mainly, I'm just trying to get my heart rate up, trying to burn as much fat as possible, but still, putting on some muscle. And I definitely want some endurance, so that's part of why you do reps, and try to avoid maxing out. But I do try to push myself by doing max. So it's a combination of like powerlifting, bodybuilding, basically. Just I'm trying to get the stamina. I'm trying to have the strength, right, the power, but also want the endurance. So trying to mix match. I've tried a lot of different things in life, so power and stamina are two things that I try to work on. But aesthetics is the last thing I work on. But in this day and age, the ladies love the aesthetics, so trying to put in a little extra effort on the aesthetics. That's why like I said, I'm working on my stomach to try to get that better V shape look. So that way I look more like the Hulk instead of the Bulk. I'll stop that for now because I got to get to work. Water. Stay hydrated. You definitely want to make sure that you drink periodically. So after you do something like you bench, right? Drink water. You do some dumbbell curls, drink water. So pretty much you want to drink water after every set, after you do something, right? And part of the reason for it is, well, one, you notice you're breathing heavy, right? If you're doing a strong workout, right? So you should be sorry. Obviously, I've been lifting. You're gonna obviously be breathing heavy, and the reason for that obviously is because your body's trying to get oxygen to your your muscles, right? But it's gonna take some time. You drink water. Remember, water is H2O. The 2 is important, right? Because there's 2 oxygen molecules. So when you drink, so you're pretty much putting 2 times the amount of oxygen molecules, right, into your bloodstream, by drinking water. So this is a way to speed up the recovery time between sets. So you lift, you drink, you lift, you drink, right? You just keep it moving. Some people do like some fancy type drinks. Let me drink some water right quick. Water, right? And I have to refill this. But anyway, so like I said, you want to drink water in between everything you do, so you can get the oxygen real fast. So it's important to have a steady supply of water. Obviously, you can do water bottles. Another reason is the fact that you when you're exercising, you're obviously causing your body temperature to rise. So it should be hot when you're working out, right? Sweating and all that good stuff. So obviously you gotta stay hydrated. It being cold temperature water will help you cool down, especially if you're somewhere like Iraq or something like that, where you have to stay hydrated because it's hot. And if you're being physical and you're exercising and whatnot, obviously you want to stay hydrated. You want to stay comfortable, so that's where the cooling part of water. So that's the other, reasonings for obviously drinking water periodically while you're working out. But the oxygen thing is one of the key things because it helps you recover faster, so you can do your sets faster. And if you're able to do your sets faster, you're able to go from one set to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, like from one exercise to the next exercise then your workout's faster, right? You'll spend less time working out, which as a lazy person, remember lazy exercises, as a lazy person, yay! Hey, sorry. Yeah, that's all that weakness coughing out there. Less time you spend working out, the better, right? But you obviously want to get the most benefits. So you want to make sure you get your workout, but you don't want to spend as much time doing your workout. So that way you can have more time doing the things you like to do, like beat up that thing over there someday. Oh yes, I'm coming for you. Definitely want to. Shit, man. Like, that's a good workout right there. This is definitely something I've always wanted. I wish this was mine. This is not mine. But it is cool that it's here and I have access to it. I can hit you anytime I want. But yeah, I always wanted one of those. What are they called, Bob or something? Anyway, so I can practice my martial arts on there, which is good exercise, right? Something as simple as jumping jacks. Something as simple as swimming, right? Or even laying in bed and just moving your arms, moving your legs, right? Just doing some physical activity is enough to really get you, your heart moving. And that's the main thing I'm trying to promote. That's what I'm trying to put out there, is that you need to incorporate more physical activities into your daily life, so that way you'll be healthier, right? Right? Regardless if you want to lose weight or not. If you're like, oh, I'd rather, I'm fine being plus size, whatever. All right, geez, no. I'm just saying, it's like, maintain it, do whatever you can to, be healthy, right? If you choose to be big, that's on you. That's your choice. I'm not trying to tell you otherwise. But I would recommend, I could always recommend, I could always suggest that you put in some effort to be better, be your best, right? To do better. Because the thing is, if you're big and you can run like hell, you can lift heavy things, and you can be very physical, very active when you need to be, regardless of your size, then it's not that big of a deal you're big, right? It's more of an aesthetic thing. It's more of how you look, less of how you function. But if you're having health issues, you breathe heavy, and you're not even exercising, but you're still breathing heavy, yeah, exercise. Just add exercise to your life, just to at least help reduce the heavy breathing. If you walk upstairs and you're breathing way too heavy and all you did was walk, not run up the stairs, then yeah, you need to start exercising. If you have trouble lifting things because you're big, so you're lifting your own body weight plus whatever extra weight you're trying to lift, well, then you might want to lose some weight, right? Or at least build muscle, right? You could be fat and muscular, right? You could be bulk instead of the Hulk, right? You could be like me, big boy. I'm big, I'm strong, right? Got it going on. So there's muscle under this layers of fat. So at least do that. At least be able to, if you need to, as you can see, probably couldn't tell, but I do security. So it'd be a good idea that regardless of my size, I can do the job. And if I have to take someone down, which I have done a couple of times already, it would be a good idea that I can, right? I should be able to do what I need to do and not let my size, be a weakness, right? Be a drawback. If I need to run and chase somebody down, I should be able to run and chase them down. I might not be the fastest man alive, but I should damn well sure be able to run. Or if somebody has a gun and they're shooting and I need to get away from the bullets, it'd be good that I can move, right? Especially I'm a big target, so being able to move in my size would be a good idea. That's all I'm saying. So I'm a big guy telling you that you need to get your shit together, right? Get in shape, get stronger at least. For Christ's sakes, at least get stronger. If you're gonna be big, be strong. And I'm talking to you guys. For the ladies, guys like curves and whatnot, so nothing wrong with being big and curvaceous, but just make sure that it's specifically curvaceous and it's not just extra unnecessary. Guys, don't get a hard on for fat under, for flabby arms, flabby necks, flabby ankles. right? You know, you don't have to have a six pack, right, ladies? You don't have to have a six pack for a guy to like you, right? You know, as long as you're big in the in the booty area, right, in the breast area, you'll be just fine. But if you want to get in better shape, hey, to each their own, girl power, right? But for the guys, you know, at least be strong if you're going to be big. Be big and strong, right? Don't be big and weak. That's the main issue. Big and weak. If you can't be the Hulk, at least to be the bulk, right? Yeah. All right, so I got to get back to work. Obviously, I procrastinated long enough. It's time to move on to the next set of exercises.